Hi everybody, Dan Schutte from Shoreview Natives here in Two Harbors. I wanted to take a moment today to kind of show folks how we seed our trays down every spring here to get our little plants germinated. So of course, prior to this point, we've collected the seeds in the fall and the winter, and then we put them through that cold stratification process. So we have some seeds here, the New England aster, and I did want to show, so when we collected these seeds, there were still some late ones around here. That's what it looked like when we took it off the plant. And if you pick at this fuzz, you might see there's a little parachute on there with a little seed hanging off of it. So what I will say is the fuzz comes off with the seed, and I don't worry about that too much. If you're going to buy native seed, they sell just the seed, and there's a system they have to go through to test the seed so you know what weight of seed you're getting, what percentage of those seeds you should expect to germinate. I don't go through any of that process because we as a business don't sell seeds. We just collect them and then grow plugs. So for me, that extra fuzz in there is no big deal. So this one here, I'm probably not going to, I know I'm not going to use this whole bag. I'll probably just take some of the more loose stuff. And then you can see I'm just kind of going through a pretty simple motion here. The vermiculite goes down, the fuzz goes down, that's fine. And then the seeds go down as well. A lot of people, when we're germinating any sort of seed, we talk about seed to soil contact. And so with the vermiculite and the fuzz in there, another little step is good to make sure that those seeds are kind of pressed down into that soil. And one of the slickest devices that we have here is this little gadget, a 1/2 gallon pressurized little water squirter. I used your basic, squirt bottle for a long time to do this. I wrecked my fingers. And so with this thing, you just pump it a few times. And then whenever I seed any sort of seed, I take this and enough pressure comes out of there where I feel like it kind of smushes those seeds, the pressure of the water. You're not going to overwater doing this. If you see some stuff still sticking up, just take a moment to go like this and kind of push it, pack it down in there, and you should be good to go with the planted tray of plants. So I've got my little tags here. This is a New England aster. I always put a humidity dome on top of these things. Once you put the seeds in the damp vermiculite, that kind of starts a process, and that seed needs to stay damp all the way through when it germinates, and then it needs water for the rest of its life. So you want to make sure that doesn't dry out. So every day or two, I'm going through these trays that I have seeded. I'm peeking in there. If the top starts to look a little more light colored and dry, I just take this, put another squirt in there, and then it should be good for another day or so. So we'll probably do a few more trays of planting here. I thought I'd take just a second and show you a bigger seed, the common milkweed. Everybody's pretty familiar with that plant. So here's my bag that I've had in stratification. And if I take this out, it's a bigger seed, so you'll probably have better luck seeing it. So this one I've got a better idea, how many seeds I'm going to be putting down there as I'm sprinkling. So as I take this one, we'll just kind of take a handful. I would estimate probably, maybe 300 or 400 seeds are going down in this tray right now. And what we do, let's call this the mother tray. We're seeding on it. The little baby plants are going to grow out of this tray. And then here in a little bit, we'll put some videos up of how we go about transplanting these little seedlings into individual cells in their own tray. Get them nice and damp, and then once I put that humidity dome on there, as long as they pay attention to the edges and make sure it's not loose or kind of crooked up on one side, it'll hold the humidity in there really nicely in that whole area, and these seeds should stay damp, and we'll give those a bet you 4 or 5 days, and we'll have a bunch of common milkweed growing there. So a couple of different seeds there. That's how we plant them. Let me know if you got any questions, and stay tuned. We'll have some more info out there soon. Thanks.